Welcome back to the channel, and there's one of the more interesting names floating around the trade rumours recently. Liam Jones, the Bulldogs defender, looks like he's unhappy at the Dogs and wants to explore his options heading into 2026, which potentially means a free hit for any club looking for a key defender. And in this trade period, that is a bargain. Today we're breaking down who may need him the most, where he fits, how a club could get him, from obvious suitors like North Melbourne and Essendon to outsiders. We're looking into it. So let's run that intro and get into it. Jones is a fascinating case. Perseverance. After a much maligned career, he found himself reinvented under Brendan Bolton at Carlton, this time as a defender, and formed an absolute duopoly with Jacob Wheating, and the Blues fans still look back fondly. In 2022, his career was interrupted by a COVID vaccine saga, but he returned to AFL football in 2023 with the original team he was with, the Bulldogs, and has been a mainstay. But this year, it hasn't quite gone well for him. He's been in and out the side, but there is no doubt on his day, he's still a top-level defender. He reads the ball in the air, and he'll offer leadership as you develop kids. For clubs chasing depth, clubs chasing experience, this could be another low-cost, high-value pickup. Now, Jones is uncontracted, so he'd come as just basically the minimum chips of the salary, basically nothing but that cap space. So teams would be looking at this as just a way round getting around a trade. Signing Jones as a free agent would be a good glimmer of hope. So it's a no strings attached type of affair, bringing a rare veteran who could move for cheap and just be a standard setter. So where are the likely destinations? Let's have a look. First one would be North Melbourne. North's defence is young, it's raw, and it definitely needs depth. In 2025, they were bottom 2 for one-on-one wins, bottom 2 for scores conceded per inside 50, bottom 4 for intercept differential. That's where Jones fits in. He gives them an instant general and a mature age in there. He can take the oppositions forward, freeing up the younger kids to learn, and a mentor factor. Clarkson values leadership. Having Jones teaching positioning structure to a young forward line and a young back line is invaluable. And the mechanics would be, it is just simply a salary hit for them. These are the types of Moneyball pickups that we really like because it really allows you to do it. We've seen Fremantle have success with Oscar McDonald and things like that. If North are serious about fast-tracking their kids, Jones makes a risk-free, really announcement of just topping up what their profile already is. Essendon are another one. The Bombers, they improved 2025 from a defensive standpoint at times, but it's still shaky. They concede multiple goals against tall forwards. And with the indecision of where Jordan Ridley's going to be, Laverde is that undersized type player. That backline definitely needs some help with Reid, who's developing with Mackay. Jones takes the bit that option in there. It allows them to play players a little bit more floaty. It allows them to learn, and Reid will learn off one of the best to do it in the last 10 years. Essendon ranked bottom half for scores conceded per inside 50 last year. Redmond, Ridley had to work overtimes at times. Adding Jones patches up the biggest weakness in the short term. Essendon aren't in line really to be beggars can't be choosers. They could sign him outright on a short-term deal, which will tie them over. The one thing they've got to look at is potential compensation picks. This may be one of them future thirds for another third coming back. Trade round to not negate the compensation pick, but he would almost be an immediate asset for Essendon. GWS is an interesting one, and we've picked them. When Sam Taylor is fit, GWS's backline is strong, but with Lee Kalia going, it really does show that depth. You probably need someone just to come in and allow the others to develop. Their bottom 6 ranking in conceded scores from D50 to inside 50 chains, which shows that fast transition can hurt them. That's where an interceptor is worth its weight in gold. You've got Buckley down there, you've got Taylor, you've got Himmelberg as well. Just having an extra bit of depth means you can put players in the learning, and they're learning off someone who has been there and done it. This isn't an exciting signing, but it's one of them ones that just gives you that assurance. Outsiders for this are Collingwood. You've got Darcy Moore, who was already the captain and the interceptor, but when Billy Frampton's not there, and outside of that, their depth is kind of exposed. Charlie Dean hasn't exactly set the world on fire, and having a short-term backup gives you a little bit of freedom and suits the Collingwood mould. He doesn't have to play 22 games. All he's got to do is be solid. He's a straight free agency pickup, a short-term deal, cheap depth. It allows you to put a bit more time into Reece McInnes and Charlie Dean. And as a final focus team, this is just adding a little bit of depth. Carlton is the intriguing one, right? No Jack Silvani, Harry O'Farrell out with an ACL. Depth is stretched. Wheaton is a general, but he can't do it all. Jones returning to Icon Park is the stuff of legend. He and Wheaton at one time formed the best combos Carlton have seen in the last 2 decades. Bringing him back not only covers depth, but it gives Wheatering the partner that he knows. Carlton were top 4 for intercepts last year, but bottom half for scores conceded per inside 50, bottom half for scores scored from defensive half. They're definitely missing a natural double team effort. Now, the mechanics would be interesting because, again, Carlton have got 2 compensation picks, so they would have to look at doing some kind of one of them dodgy back-end deals. But there is a romantic appeal of this. We know Wheaton and Jones works. It's not an exciting move, but it is definitely a band-aid fix, knowing that you've got Harry O'Farrell coming back the year after. It allows you to slow it in. So, where does Liam Jones land? Is it North Melbourne? It makes the most sense. They need leadership, and they definitely need key back depth. Essendon, it allows them to really put some time into Reid, and it gives them a little bit of an insurance. And then the outsiders we talked about, GWS, Collingwood, Carlton, they make sense situationally. Carlton is a fan favourite returning. Wheatering knows him. The others as well, it adds some reliable depth. At the age with him pushing 34, he isn't the long-term solution, but he still knows how to play football. He might be slowing down, but that knowledge is key, and he could be a cultural leader. For teams looking for experience, toughness, and development, he's definitely worth looking at as a free hit. So where would you go if you were Liam Jones? North fans, would you take him as a general to mentor your backline? Essendon, does he help plug a small defensive hole straight away, but also add depth? And GWS Collingwood Carlton fans, would you love to see him come in there as a short-term option to aid the development? Don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, I always check through your comments. You're all legends. There'll be loads more content coming out throughout the week. See you soon. Pommy out.